Good Joe, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. How you guys doing? What's up? How you guys doing? Happy Tuesday. Um, what's up? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Pretty early today. What do F1 legends think about Lewis Hamilton? So we are finna get to it. We are finna see what it's talking about. Like I said, great race this past weekend. Lewis Hamilton coming back, passing Max Verstappen for first. Great race. And also, I actually checked out the standings just now. Max is in first. Lewis is in second. Bottas, whatever, in third. Perez in fourth. Lando Norris in fifth. Leclerc in sixth. Carlos Sainz in seventh. Looking forward to it, man. Very looking forward to it. Max, of course, has 9 wins this year. Lewis has 6. And it seems like it's going to be those two guys again. It seems like it's going to be Lewis and Max both again towards the battling out towards the end of the season. I'm not sure he's going to win it. But we'll be looking forward to it. So without further ado, let's go and give it the video, man. Let's go ahead and give it the video. Looking forward to it. Let's get started.
The year 2007 was a landmark moment for F1 as Michael Schumacher decided to exit the sport after 7 world championships.
Michael Schumacher.
But this would soon be overshadowed with the rise of a rookie in the McLaren team by the name of Lewis Hamilton. The 23-year-old Briton would go on to have one of the greatest rookie seasons of all time, finishing second in the drivers' standings, only 1 point behind Ferrari's Kimi Raikkonen. Since then, he's proven all his critics wrong, as he went on to win championship after championship, equaling Schumacher.
So he came in and changed the game. So Lewis came in and changed the game. Probably have one of the best rookie debut season ever. Debut. but anyway, to go in second, to get second in your first year, and then just stay. I mean, generational talent, you could say. I didn't know he was doing that. I always knew he was good, but I didn't know he was like this.
And brought about a renewed interest in the sport, especially among younger audiences. As one of the greatest talents of his time, it begs the question, what do F1 legends think of Lewis Hamilton? Let's find out. Emerson Fittipaldi, a 2-time world championship himself, Fittipaldi was once the youngest driver to win a
What the hell is this? The fuck is that? Some chimney? Some freaking is that a chimney? Some cone? What is that?
Back in 1972. After winning another championship in 1974, he would race in his brother's team under the Fittipaldi name and later move to IndyCar. When asked about his thoughts on Hamilton, Fittipaldi said, "I like Lewis. I think he's one of the top guys in Grand Prix racing and he deserves the championship for sure. I followed him since the first time I watched him in F3 in Germany many years ago. I think he's a fantastic driver. He's extremely talented and he has a great style of driving that I like. He's very aggressive at overtaking people. He's good for motorsport. He puts on a great show.
Yeah.
We need this in Grand Prix racing. We're missing action and he's the action man." Fittipaldi also spoke about the challenges Hamilton would face in defending his title, saying, "I think Lewis with Mercedes, the combination in my opinion is still the most competitive combination. I think it will be a great championship. When you're defending the world championship, it's an extra challenge because you're the world champion. To defend your championship is tough. There'll be tremendous pressure on Lewis."
Hard. Any
Damon
sport.
Hill. The British champion is popularly known for his battle with Michael Schumacher during the 1994 season, which he lost under unfortunate circumstances. Hill would later redeem himself in 1996, winning the championship for Williams, cementing his and his father Graham Hill's winning legacy as British legends.
Look at that mustache.
It should be self-evident that Lewis is the greatest racer we've ever produced. Year in, year out, he's delivered against all corners in all situations, and he's got this down to a fine art now, the way he goes about it. He's matured in every respect. He is properly formidable as a competitor. He's probably at the height of his powers, and he knows it, and he's relaxed about it, remarked Damon Hill when speaking about Hamilton's achievements. Hill further added, "I think he's got a kind of natural talent, which is once every driver."
Yeah, I said it, generational talent. Lewis is a generational talent.
He deserves, but that is a problem with our sport. I don't think it's Lewis' fault. I wonder if it's the sport itself that has drifted away from the center of attention. Michael Schumacher.
Is that true? Is that true? I guess F1 has trouble with that. You guys let me know if it's true or not. I never knew that. I would think, F1 would try to market or brand their best driver and as best as possible. But I mean, that's the issue that they have. I didn't know that.
As one of the greatest drivers of all time, the Schumacher name is synonymous
The
with the
Schumacher.
word legendary.
The Schumacher.
The former Ferrari driver achieved 7 world championships,
Dang, man,
91
he was
race
good.
wins, and
What a
155
stud.
podiums through his years in F1.
What a stud
his
he was.
records beaten only by Hamilton himself. Michael had a lot to say about Hamilton's second year on the grid, stating, "When you think about what he's done in such a short time, just arriving and competing last year with Alonso and being very often quicker, that talks for itself. Is he the best? Is he not the best? You look at the circumstances. It's not always very straightforward or clear to understand from the outside." Schumacher, when asked if Hamilton would beat his record someday, responded positively, claiming, "I would say absolutely yes. Hamilton could win 7 titles. Nobody thought, even me, that I could beat Fangio. Then I did. Records are there to be beaten."
Facts.
Hamilton would soon take over Michael's seat at Mercedes from the 2013 season onwards. We all know Lewis is one of the best drivers we have around. I'm sure that he and the team will have a successful future. The team had the option in Lewis that helped me decide, said Schumacher on Hamilton's future at Mercedes. Jackie Stewart, known as the Flying Scot, Sir Jackie Stewart was one of the biggest names in F1 during the 60s and 70s. His 3 championship wins are a testament to his abilities in a racing car. His winning streak in the 1970s for the Tyrrell team makes him one of the best drivers to come out of Britain. Stewart has spoken about Hamilton on multiple occasions and feels quite strongly about his fellow Briton. He's earned it. He has made big decisions. He left McLaren, and that was a surprise to a lot of people, including me. He made that right decision and went to Mercedes. It was a big decision and the right decision. He's learned so much. Niki Lauda has been able to guide Lewis very well. Lewis has been in a great team with a great package, but nevertheless, you have to drive the car and get it to the finish line.
And he has done that.
Hamilton's consecutive wins. Stewart, however, has many a times been critical of Hamilton for his party lifestyle, and more importantly in 2016 where he called Hamilton a little ballerina when Lewis tried to ruin Nico Rosberg's title bid in 2016. Juan Pablo Montoya, the Colombian driver, is one.
Yeah, that's the guy I mentioned about. I know, I do know. I think I mentioned it. I think yesterday, stuff like that regarding him. I don't think because I do remember he did NASCAR as well, but also Indy. But I mean, if the man's winning, if Lewis is winning, I don't understand why it's the issue regarding his his social life outside outside racing. I mean, everybody does it. Neymar, LeBron, like everybody parties outside of the sport, and when you're at the top of the game, I mean, I don't see a problem with it. I mean, if you show up to work the next day and you beating ass, shit. You know what I mean? I don't care. I don't care.
Beloved heroes and is celebrated by fans and critics alike for his spectacular drives. Despite racing in the same era as Hamilton, the two never got to race against each other due to Montoya's abrupt departure in 2006. Montoya is often stressed upon the point that Hamilton's prosperity is very much the result of a strong car, saying, "I think Lewis has done an amazing job with Mercedes. He's had an amazing career. He's changed."
It's all positive except for Laz, bro.
It worked for
who
him
called him a
and he's
freaking
taken
a
full
ballerina.
advantage of it. Montoya, however, does think that Hamilton barely faced stiff competition until the 2021 season, stating, "Lewis always had the best car, so he never had to take any risks. It would fall his way over a whole season anyway. Now we see a very different Lewis, one we haven't seen in a few years, and that's positive. We see him pushing like he hasn't in
That's
years.
good though.
He is forced to go deeper than he's gone in previous years and must mentally and physically tap into kegs he hadn't tapped in a while, because it simply wasn't necessary. So I think Max made sure we got to see a new Lewis, because now he has to go a step further, and that's great for the sport." Jody Scheckter, the only South African driver to ever win a world championship. Scheckter was at the helm of Ferrari's winning car in 1917. Championship. Scheckter was at that. Jody Scheckter, the only South African driver to ever win a world championship.
Shout out to South Africa.
Ferrari's winning car in 1979. Initially, Scheckter had a terrible run in Formula 1, but he would eventually improve over the years to finally secure a title win. Scheckter's win for Ferrari would be the last time the constructors won the championship until Schumacher's title in the year 2000. Although having retired from racing, Scheckter still closely follows the sport and thinks highly of Hamilton, mentioning, "When he came his first year and a half, 2 years, it was brilliant. I mean, no one comes in and has that sort of performance with so little things going wrong. It was incredible, and he was not even making mistakes by being being over-aggressive. He was just making mistakes that were completely stupid. I rate him as the best driver in heavy traffic. He did some maneuvers in traffic that were just, and got away with it most of the time. I'm definitely a fan of his. Scheckter's also likened himself to Hamilton a bit, saying, "I was like Hamilton, but I had accidents that he never had." Rubens Barrichello. Hailed by many as one of the best drivers to have never won a championship, Rubens Barrichello's accomplishments for most of his career were overshadowed by his more successful teammates like Schumacher and Button. Yet Barrichello had gained 11 Grand Prix wins and 68 podiums in his F1 stint from
He's just never been able to get it, though.
2011. Having partnered Schumacher for the better part of his career, Barrichello is usually asked to compare other drivers to his former teammate. When speaking about Hamilton, he told the media, "Hamilton has a talent that is possibly even greater than Ayrton's and Schumacher's. The only thing he lacked was maturity. He's been progressing, and today you see the end product." Barrichello did have his doubts about Hamilton though, at one point adding, "Honestly, I think there was a time when I thought Lewis was losing it with life, but he recovered well. When you're a star, you get tempted by everything. You get famous people, money. I don't know, because I never asked him that. It's not fair for me to say that. Talent for talent, I think he's going to win more championships than Michael, because right now he's in the shape of knowing what he needs. He's much better prepared than ever."
He's like his mid-30s, like his mid to late 30s, right?
The two. Though Hamilton has time and again displayed why he is the greatest driver of his time,
and we saw this past weekend,
still has a long way to go in a season that has turned out to be his toughest in recent years. With both the Honda and Mercedes cars nearly equal in speed, this may at last be the year for Hamilton to show his critics that he is more than just his car and lay claim to a record-breaking 8th World Championship. What do you think about Lewis Hamilton?
I don't know. Hey, what do you guys think about Lewis? Hey, the more I see him, the more I'm impressed with him, man. Absolutely phenomenal, great driver he is. You know, going from F3, F2, all the legends. You know, Schumacher. I forgot almost all of them. Pablo Montoya. You know what I mean? All of the legends we've seen in here, all positive. They can't say too much about it. Same with it. Clark. Another British driver and stuff like that. Again, positive. Great. Anyway, you guys don't get like a sub comment below. You guys thoughts to me. I'll see you guys later.